Last of Us fans are going to be really pissed off real soon. Now, I will put out a spoiler alert for those of you who have not played the game, specifically part 2 of the video game, because we are going to talk about a major scene from part 2 of the game coming up fairly quickly here. At least the setup. And let's just say that this might very well divide the fan base in a way that I don't think the writers are gonna expect. Even the writers or the marketing team is being a little subtle and a little sneaky with what they're doing and how they're marketing certain things and certain moments that are gonna be coming up. So let's talk about Abby in season 2. Alright, based on some promotional material, pictures, teasers, and things that they've released, we know that the second episode is gonna revolve more or less heavily on Abby's backstory. Not backstory necessarily, but her journey. And of course, for video game fans, we know what her journey is. We know she wants to find Joel because Joel killed her father. Now, there's a lot of scenes where Abby's actually trying to get closer and closer to Jackson. We saw that she found out where Jackson was at the end of the previous episode, but we also know there's a horde coming to Jackson. And I think that's gonna be what will stop Abby from going to Jackson to find Joel. Now, Joel and others are actually gonna leave Jackson as well, particularly Joel and Tommy. They might be leaving to redirect the herd or something along those lines. And I think here is where they come across Abby and her crew. Based on promotional pictures from this upcoming episode, we know the scene where Abby is attacked by a group of infected will be in this episode. This scene was in the game, so it's a direct adaptation. We've seen other pictures of Joel inside a barn, and this is also another direct adaptation. When Joel saves Ellie, he takes her to this particular barn. So we know that at least Joel saving Abby will be in this upcoming episode. But interestingly enough, we also see this picture with Abby's crew in some sort of a house where there's like these long windows. This is very reminiscent of this from the game. I'm sure everyone remembers this. Now, this means that we will see Abby's crew in that house. And here I'm gonna speculate and say that they're gonna bring Joel and Tommy back to this house at the end of this episode. And that's where the episode is gonna end. Of course, for video game fans, we know exactly what's gonna go down. Now, they're not gonna necessarily have the scene play out, but they're gonna have a subtle clue or hint about where it's going. Something along the lines of maybe showing Abby has made up her mind about wanting to attack Joel and try to kill him. For video game fans, we know where that's gonna go. For non-video game fans, they're gonna be really intrigued and they're gonna think the story is gonna go a certain way, and obviously we know where it's gonna go for those of us who have played. Now, another thing, we have seen Tommy and Maria in some of the teasers, and Tommy has a huge cut on his forehead or his eyebrow. Now, this could be from any moment, obviously, but if you remember, when everything goes down with Abby's crew and Joel and Tommy, he does get hit in the face. So this injury that we see could be from that. Just something I noticed. And last but not least, the subtle teases. Remember how I said they're being sneaky? Well, this is why. They have this particular promo, someone holding a golf club, and it says you can't stop this. Last of Us Season 2 is streaming Sundays. Now, non-video game fans are not even gonna know who that is, but video game fans are gonna know immediately. That is Abby, and that's the golf club that she's gonna use. Look at what she's wearing, matches what she was wearing when everything went down. So, they're being sneaky and subtle, but probably not sneaky enough for video game fans. They're just being sneaky for non-video game fans, maybe. But video game fans know exactly what's coming up. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.